WrestleMania. It's around the corner and the card just looks absolutely stacked. Now, 4 matches I would like to see. Jey Uso vs Jimmy Uso. If Jey Uso wins, Jimmy Uso joins the head of the table, Roman Reigns. And if Jimmy Uso wins, Jey Uso joins Jimmy Uso. Then Slapjack vs Mustafa Ali. Then we could also get to see a match between Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, where Benjamin finally gets his WrestleMania moment. And since Baron Corbin helped Bobby Lashley, it's also a match that we could see since Benjamin left the Hurt Business. And lastly, Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus the Alpha Academy, which is Otis and Chad Gable for the SmackDown Tag Titles. Now, night one, it's not great, I would say, as the main event is Lashley vs Drew McIntyre. And if Lesnar's involved, I think it would be a top tier match. But since he isn't, I would say it'll be a decent match. It'll be a good match. But if Drew wins, which is probably going to be the result, he's going to get booed out of the stadium, which is going to be really bad for him. And we'll just talk about that match later. We'll leave it because it's the main event. We'll leave it for last. We'll start off with the Raw Tag Team Championship match. The New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos. Now, AJ Styles, does he really need to be in this match? You could have had Ricochet and Omos, or Cedric and Omos, or Shelton and Omos. But no, you have to have AJ Styles in this match. From AJ Styles having a match against The Undertaker at WrestleMania 36 to this. And it's just wasting time on Raw. Do we really need to see this match? No. Do I want to see this match? No. Does anyone care? Probably some people, but I just don't care about this match. Probably AJ and Omos are probably going to win. We could also see a result where Omos betrays AJ Styles and he understands that AJ Styles is just using him so that he can win matches. And Omos realizes that and goes on the New Day side, as New Day need a powerhouse since Big E left. So Omos could definitely join the New Day, or AJ and Omos could just win the match by cheating or some wacky way. We'll move on to our next match, Bad Bunny versus The Miz. Now this match, I think it'll be a pretty short match, considering that Bad Bunny will be wrestling in it, and we all know Bad Bunny's going to win. We just don't know how. We could see Damien Priest somehow interfering since the referee's knocked out. The ending that I think is most likely to happen is Damien Priest is attacking Morrison, The Miz is looking outside, and Bad Bunny rolls him up. I doubt they'll give Bad Bunny a finisher. Another way you could end this match is Miz jumps at the top rope, Bad Bunny counters, pins Miz in a roll up, and Bad Bunny picks up the win. Because we all know Bad Bunny's going to win this. And we'll move on to our next match, Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman, a steel cage match. We know Shane's gonna jump off the top, as he always does. And I hope Shane wins this match. He's really entertaining to watch, unlike Braun Strowman, who's just very boring. So I hope Shane McMahon wins. And what could happen in this match? Now, we'll probably see them as wrestling in the ring. Probably Shane McMahon running away from Braun Strowman. And in the end, he'll have to fight him. They'll start fighting. Then they'll go on the top. Shane jumps on Braun, as we always see. I think Braun's gonna win, but I really hope Shane does. I just really hope Shane wins. I just don't want to see Braun have a WrestleMania moment. He already won the Universal Championship last year, and it was just a pathetic reign. But we'll move on to our next match. This match could actually steal the night. It really could. Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. It's going to be a really good match. Two top wrestlers, Seth Rollins, a previous NXT champion, Cesaro, a really big talent, and it could just be a top-notch match. And if Rollins wins this, I don't see how it would help him. But if Cesaro wins this, it would be a massive push for Cesaro. He would have his WrestleMania moment, and a Cesaro win would just be must. Now, I think it'll be a fair and square win for Cesaro. If Rollins wins, then I'll just be upset because I don't think he should win. And we'll move on to our next match, Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. Now this match could go either way, and we could have all 6 main championships, including obviously the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship, change hands. We could really have that. Now Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. I think Bianca Belair will win this match. She could lose this match, Bianca Belair. Now the one thing I hate is that Reginald gets TV time. Reginald is just so irritating. I don't want to see him on my TV. But if Sasha wins, we'll get to see more Reginald TV time. So I hope Bianca Belair wins. We'll move on to our main event. The match where people are probably going to boo Drew McIntyre out of the stadium. Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. Now, seeing it's the main event, if you're Bobby Lashley win, people are going to cheer him. And people will cheer Bobby Lashley. 25,000 people are going to cheer Bobby Lashley. We'll have a good ending. Many people will be happy. So I want to see Bobby Lashley win. Now we could see a brawl outside the ring, like Shelton Benjamin and Alexander brawling against MVP and Baron Corbin. And in the next Raw, we could probably see Baron Corbin as Lashley's bodyguard or something like that. Though Lashley doesn't need one. We could probably see Baron Corbin like that. I hope he doesn't join the Hurt Business though. And in the end, I think Drew will be probably looking at them brawling, looking at Shelton, Cedric, Baron, and MVP brawling. And from behind, Lashley gets up. Lashley with the Hurt Lock. McIntyre faints, and Lashley picks up the win. Is what I want to see. We'll move on to night 2, the night with a stacked match card. We'll start off with two friends wrestling against each other. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Now in this match, I just want Sami Zayn to win. I doubt he's gonna win since WWE will make the face win. What I want to see is Sami Zayn wins. And in the end, he helps Kevin Owens get up. The two friends shake hands. They both become heel, not face. I don't want to see Sami Zayn as a face. They both become heel. And it's a good ending. Both are friends. And then we see them on the next weeks rooting for each other, not helping exactly like cheating and helping each other win, but rooting for each other. Obviously they'll cheat in some matches because they are heels, and it'll be just a really good ending to this storyline. Another thing we could see in this storyline is it continues till Money in the Bank, and it continues all the way till probably SummerSlam, where finally Kevin Owens, the face, defeats Sami Zayn after all the cheating in a steel cage match or a Hell in a Cell match. Probably it could go on till Hell in a Cell. You never know. Like the Dominic and Seth Rollins storyline, it just went on for so long. You never know. What I want to see, it just ends at WrestleMania. They both become friends. A happy ending. And we'll move on to our next match, the United States Championship match, Riddle versus Sheamus. Now if Sheamus doesn't win, I'm just going to be so upset. Sheamus needs to win this match. Sheamus is in his prime. Why it isn't Sheamus versus Lashley versus Keith Lee is something I don't know, but it has to be Sheamus. Sheamus should be our next United States champion. I just find it a little too cringy, I'll be honest. Sheamus needs to win this. It's Sheamus' match. Sheamus is a top-notch wrestler. Sheamus for the win. Next up, the Intercontinental Championship match, Big E versus Apollo Crews. Now, many of you know I like Apollo Crews. If he doesn't win, I'm going to be devastated. Apollo Crews picks up his win. He gets a WrestleMania moment. He is so talented. His gimmick is just amazing. We'll move on to our next match, the Raw Women's Championship match, Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Now, we all know Rhea Ripley is going to win. If Rhea Ripley doesn't win that title, I don't know why. But Rhea Ripley just looks like a solid contender in the ring. And a stipulation really should be added here. I would like to see a tables match or a ladders match. A ladders match would be pretty good. A tables match which we don't regularly see. Again, a pretty fun match to watch. Either one of the stipulations will be fun to watch with this match. Rhea Ripley just brutally assaulting Asuka, and Rhea Ripley just picks up the win. Shows why she's so solid. And we could probably see Shayna Baszler or Ronda Rousey return. Shayna Baszler not return, but Shayna Baszler betrays Nia Jax, goes on to face Rhea Ripley. Or we could see Ronda Rousey return after Rhea Ripley wins the title, because he really should be winning. We'll now move on to the match of WrestleMania. This is going to be the match of the year. The Fiend versus Randy Orton. Buried alive, casket match, burned alive match, I don't care, ring on fire match. It just shouldn't be a 5 left and house match. I wanted to be a proper wrestling match where both wrestlers wrestle. They both beat up each other, not just a story. I just didn't enjoy that 5 left and house match. I mean, it was a good storytelling match, but they hardly wrestled, and the referee was just Braveheart in the end. And the Fiend pinned Cena, and Bray counted 1, 2, and 3. And it didn't make sense. We expected like a top-notch match, the Fiend versus John Cena. So I hope it's a proper wrestling match, not a Firefly Funhouse match, because WrestleMania is not Firefly Funhouse match night. It's a WrestleMania night, And now we'll move on to our last match. This match, I think the Fiend should win. Now Roman Reigns versus Edge. There's another versus which shouldn't be there. Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's in the main event of WrestleMania again. And Cesaro should be here. Or Keith Lee should be here. Or Damien Priest should be here. But no, we have Daniel Bryan. I think we should give the Money in the Bank contract to Daniel Bryan. That's not a good idea. Daniel Bryan. I like the guy. I do not mind him at all. But does he really need to be in this main event? He doesn't. Now the Money in the Bank winner, you'll probably give to Daniel Bryan, right? Or Brock Lesnar or Paul Heyman. Or we get to see, Damien Priest, he gets the contract, but he drops it in Paul Heyman's hands. That's possible. But in this match, I would love to see Edge win. Heel Edge is back and he wins the match. I doubt we'll get that though. I think Roman Reigns will win this match in the end. And it's going to be cheating. It's going to be full on cheating by Roman Reigns because that's what he loves to do. He'll probably hit the referee out of the stadium and win the match. When a new referee comes, give 10 low blows to Edge and Daniel Bryan, and in the end pins Daniel Bryan. Because whenever Roman Reigns is involved, a referee is beaten up. Let me also watch on WrestleMania's match card. Bye.